Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I'm excited for today's video. Happy October 1st. You know what that means. I'm going to be sharing with you all my top 10 of favorite Halloween inspired palettes. So if you want to hear all of my spooky palettes, then please stick around for today's video and make sure you are subscribed before leaving today. So we're just going to jump into it. I'm really excited to do the first one because this is like my first spooky season that I'm going to have this palette for. Oh, and it is Give Me Glow Haunted Pumpkin. They launched this last year after Halloween and I skipped on it, and I picked this up during a sale, and I'm so happy that I picked it up because now I'm like all in for the vibes of this palette. Like the little embossings have pumpkins. It's actually perfect for the theming, and I had to mention this one. So the first few that I'm going to mention are like just like straight up Halloween, and I love the color story of this, like the blues mixed with the orange and browns. I love that the shimmers are very, I don't know, like you could go super poppy with the blue, or like the green, and like very wearable with this gold, or obviously like an orange copper. I really do like this color story and it inspires me. First I was intimidated, but honestly I've created very beautiful looks with this in my opinion. Number 2, this is the Chucky palette from Glam Lot. I always want to say Give Me Glow. Okay, so from Glam Lot, this is a Chucky palette, and honestly I have not used it too much because she's deep. Dark, grungy, smoky, not really a palette that I gravitate towards. So this is one in my collection that's newer to me, but I'm testing it out and I've been enjoying it, honestly. Like it looks very intimidating, yes, but if you don't like straight up go for the blacks, sometimes you can get a more not too deep look, and I've been mixing this with some of my multi-chromes in my collection, so I like this. The packaging's cute and all, but like I've never seen Chucky. It literally terrified me as a child. I saw like a few bits and pieces of the movie like in and out because I wasn't supposed to watch it. So yeah, Chucky not for me. And also like I would also insert my new ghost face palette I bought from Glam Lot, but I don't have it yet, so just insert that one if you will. But I'm super excited to have this, and like I like that sound, so we'll see how much use I get out of it. Next 3 will be from Gourmand Girls, and let's just start off with the OG Spooked palette. How cute is this for Halloween? Obviously, need I say less? Super cute, literally like the black, red, orange, green, all of the colors, purple. Definitely like the perfect palette for Halloween in my opinion out of all of these. If you just want one that encapsulates all of it, there you go. And the next 2 I was going to kind of mention together. This is the new Haunted palette that they just launched, and this is the Nightshade. So I'm going to hold them up together because they are very similar. They're not duplicates, but they're definitely like, they got the same vibe. So the top one is Nightshade and the bottom one is Haunted. My personal favorite is the one on the bottom, but they're both very beautiful, and I wanted to show these together. But yeah, Haunted's definitely the one I would recommend. But the formulation in all 3 of these are very nice. It just depends on which color story you would like the most. And this is not a video to make you feel the need to purchase these palettes. I just want to say, like, hey, if you have them in your collection, pull them out or shop your stash, create your own color stories. Next, this is the Basic Witch palette from Bella Beaute Bar. Honestly, I thought that this palette, like, I knew I would like it, but I didn't know exactly how much use I would actually get out of this palette. So I could get, believe it or not, very wearable looks with this. If I want to stick with more of like a neutral, not neutral, but like a softer look, I'll stick with the orange and this more subdued purple right here, and I get a very soft look. Or you could definitely amp it up with some of these deep shades. The formulation is beautiful, and this palette, honestly, it is just very inspiring, and every time I use it I get such a beautiful look. So I don't know, these multi-chromes just speak to my heart. They're so shifty and sparkly. Definitely one of my top palettes from the brand. Next, from Bella Beaute Bar, this is the OG launch. They launched this last year. This is a strange and unusual palette. I actually skipped this in the very beginning, but boy did I regret it, and I purchased it this year. This brown used to be a red. It broke. I put a brown in here, but I do believe I think this is still available. I think that they relaunched it. I don't know. I'll have everything in the description box in case you are wanting some of these palettes, but look at this color story. Like, it's incredible. The formulation's amazing. The shimmers are awesome. So let me know if you have if you've ever tried the brand, and if you have, which palette is your favorite from them. But all their palettes, for the most part, like, you could get a spooky look out of, in my opinion. Next, this one is from Nomad Cosmetics, and this is Ghost Town. Oh my word, I cannot. Guys, this palette, if you're a neutral lover and you want to, I don't know, have some spooky looks, some deep grungy looks, smoky, I think that this one out of all of them, if you like more wearable looks but just like a little bit spooky, you know. So I just love the cool tone aspect to this palette. It's not much warmth, honestly, but I love it, and I love the packaging, the shimmer quality in this palette in particular. It's my favorite that I have seen from the brand. Excellent quality. Let's see, the last two, they're not like typical, I would say like Halloween palettes, you know. It's not like very in your face, like pumpkin, spooky, all of those things. But first I'm going to mention the, let's see, this is in collaboration with Heather Austin and Unearthly Cosmetics, the Resurgence palette. And I picked this one because I just see spooky vibes with this, obviously like the black and the red, but this side of the palette just kind of like gives me more of like Beetlejuice vibes. The shimmers are lovely. They're very shifty, sparkly. I love the shimmers in this palette. The mattes are kind of intimidating for me personally, but they're still beautiful, and I love mixing them and kind of creating a custom eyeshadow, if you will. The color story is very, very, it intimidates me, but it motivates me at the same time and inspires me to do something different. So I love this palette. I love the color story. It's just, it makes my brain think, and I love that. And the packaging is so cute. So definitely, it's not one that's like, oh, Halloween, but definitely you could get some spooky looks out of it. And last but certainly not least, this is the Nocturnal palette from Glaminatrix. Nocturnal from Glaminatrix. This palette's discontinued, but I had to mention it. I feel like I will always mention it in my top 10 spooky palettes, because these deep, grungy, more swampy, I don't know, just the undertones in here are very special, and they just look so dang good on everybody, in my opinion. The shimmers are lovely. I just see this and I'm like, that's like a spooky palette. Definitely deep and yummy, but really unique, and at the same time, it makes me think of a witch, you know? So I don't know, I really enjoy this palette, and it's just my favorite. And I like how you can just make it super daytime and wearable, or you can get it grungy, smoky, you name it. But those are my top 10 palettes that I pulled out of my collection that kind of gave me Halloween spooky vibes. Please let me know down below which palettes in your collection you will be pulling out this October. Let me know down below your Halloween tradition. So typically we always have chili that night. We make our own chili. The kids, normally we trick or treat, but now my daughter, she's at the age where she doesn't want to trick or treat, so we like to hand out candy. So we set up the front with like all these cool decorations and light up stuff, and we get to see all the little trick-or-treaters in their cute Halloween costumes, hand out candy, and then typically my daughter will like take off running and get like the last few houses, because she ends up wanting to. But yeah, that's kind of like what we do on Halloween. The day before, we carve pumpkins. We normally go to like the pumpkin patch, just get in all those fills. But definitely let me know what you do, because I just love hearing what everyone does on Halloween. It's so fun. But that's going to do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye guys.